So it's my pleasure at this point in time to introduce our new baseball coach at Louisiana Tech, Greg Goff.
I'm very honored. I'm a very blessed man. I tell my players and my family all the time, all great things come from above. I'm a man of faith. I'm very thankful for my relationship with Christ and the opportunity I don't believe I would have today if it wasn't for that relationship. And I'm so honored to be here and be a part of this. Dr. Geis, thank you so much for your hospitality that allowed me to come here. Tommy and the committee, we met this morning, and just a wonderful place, a great feeling that we have. But as you can tell, the most important person I need to thank is my wonderful wife, Tina, and definitely the boss of the family. I can go ahead and say it right now. Guys, I'm okay to say it. You see, I'm definitely outnumbered, and so I need to say it. But I want to thank them for being here, because I think everybody knows successful coaches got to have successful and committed wives. And when I'm not there, she takes care of our family and our girls, and I hope you'll see that we are a tight family, a close family, and we're looking forward to coming to Ruston and moving our family down here and being a part of this thing. I know I have a lot of big shoes to fill. A great program. When I got on campus and saw the facilities and all those things, I was just overwhelmed by where things are and where things are going, and to be with Tommy and to see his vision for the athletic department, I knew that this was a place for us. I have been very fortunate over the last few years. When you win some games, you've had chances to go different places, and we didn't do that. We felt like we were going to stay at Campbell for a while, and then when I got here and I got into this community, I knew this was the right place for us. I knew this was a place I could leave comfort and move our family here, and this would be a great opportunity to grow, not only as a coach but as a person, and that's very important for me. As the process went along, just a little bit about the whole thing. When I went to Campbell, the one thing that brought me to Campbell, as some of you may not know, was a graduate from Louisiana Tech, Stan Williamson. He hired me to come to Campbell from Montevallo. Him and Miss Debbie were there then, and so that was kind of my first connection here with Louisiana Tech. And then as I came down for the visit this past week and to see everything, I knew from the beginning that this was somewhere that we felt like some great things could be happening for us. The one thing I think a lot of people may be a little concerned about is, he's been in North Carolina for a number of years and hasn't been right here in Louisiana. I can just tell you, when I went to North Carolina and took over the program at Campbell, I didn't know a soul. The first thing that we did was we went straight into the high school association at North Carolina and spent as much time as we could building those relationships with those coaches. They have got to be believers in the program at Louisiana Tech. And then we got involved with the scouts, also a great extension of baseball and knowing players that are out there. And so we had to win over the high school coaches, and we had to win over the scouts and let them know that if they send a player to Campbell, that they were going to be taken care of. And so those are the things that we're going to do first. We're going to hit the road today as soon as we can, and we're going to get out and we're going to build those relationships in the state of Louisiana, in the state of Mississippi, state of Texas. We're going to recruit a 6-hour radius and try to get the best baseball players we can to believe in the vision of Louisiana Tech. We want to get to Omaha. We want to get to Omaha. That's our goal. I believe that can happen here. If I didn't, I would not have taken this job. I believe with the support from Dr. Geis and from Tommy and this community, hey, it's been done before in different programs. Why can't it be done in baseball? That's why I'm here today, because I believe in my heart that with great work ethic, with great integrity, I think great things can happen here, and that's why I'm here today and so excited about being a part of this thing. A lot of people are asking about my staff and stuff like that. From the time this thing broke till now. A lot of people have reached out. We are still undecided about that. I want to talk with the guys that have been here and then just kind of go from there and kind of see what direction of who we're going to bring in here. But I'm looking for guys that will be an extension of me, that want to work for me, that want to have the same work ethic that I do and be able to understand what it takes to get this program going. You know, I've been here twice before. I think that was one of the things that Tommy said, that, you know, we've been here. We've been in a situation where we look players in the eye and we've said, you know, we're going to move in a good direction here. Just believe in what we're doing. Just buy into what we're asking you to do, and we're going to get you where you want to go to. And that doesn't scare me. You know, with the facilities, the national recognition of Louisiana Tech, the great state of Louisiana, this is, to me, one of the greatest places for baseball. You know, you're right here, right in the middle of some of the greatest athletes of baseball. You see the draft coming up yesterday and the rest of the day of how many kids that are drafted in this area. You know, we've got to get those weak kids to come to Louisiana Tech and wear the red and blue. We've got to get those guys to buy into our program and believe and have the same dreams that we do of coming here and getting a great education, changing their life forever. You know, we talk about you're going to make a decision for 4 years, but it's going to be a 40-year decision. And that's what we want. We're going to be a coach and a baseball player for 4 years, but we're going to be friends and have that relationship all the way through to their life. So, you know, we're really excited about being here, very thankful and having the opportunity, like I said before, you know, to leave a very awesome place with great friends and a great opportunity. That's why we're here today, because I believe in my heart this is what we're supposed to be doing, and I'm really, really excited about the opportunity and the direction that we're going. And just look at the people that are here today and the support of this great university. I'm so thrilled and thankful, and I'm looking very forward to meeting all of you and getting a chance to meet our players. To me, that's the next step for me, is to get my handle on our players and see them and get a chance to watch them. You know, to me, with a new coach coming in, you know, it gives everybody a clean slate, and every player, I hope, is excited about an opportunity to. There's no, you know, there's no relationship there, so everybody starts out hitting zero. Everybody starts out fielding zero. Everybody's on the mound, so everybody has an opportunity, to me, to have a chance to make a great impression this fall, and with our coaching staff. So that's about all I have. That's about my spiel. I didn't have any notes, so we'll open up for questions.
First of all, congratulations on the job. Touched on it a minute ago. What are some realistic goals in your first year and then maybe 5 years down the road?
Well, I think our first, you know, for me and our first goal, you know, we're going to try to win the conference. I mean, that's what we're going to do from the first meeting that we meet with our players. That's what our goal is. That's why I'm coming here. So I think realistically, that's what our goal is going to be. That's what we're going to strive for. You know, to me, you know, it took us a while to get to 340 win season at Campbell, but I think it started in the first meeting when I addressed our guys with what it's going to take to get there, the intangibles, the integrity, the hard work, and all those things. That's what's going to start in the first meeting from here. We've got to create a culture that believes in that and has an expectation of living that every day, not just at the baseball field, but as they leave the baseball field and they leave campus and they go out and be a great representation. I think great things happen to great people, and you got to make good choices. You got to surround yourself with good folks, and we're going to tell them all those things in the first meeting and make good choices when they leave here, and I think the rest of it will take care of itself.
You mentioned that you got to meet the players and all. Do you have any idea of what you have coming back and what you have to work with as you start recruiting?
I don't. I hadn't got my hands on that yet. I'm looking forward to this afternoon. We pretty much just flew in last night, had dinner with Dr. Geis and his wonderful wife Kathy, and went to the hotel, and then we got here this morning. So it's been a crazy ride. The last 4 weeks I've been home 4 nights, so it's been great, but it's been a challenge and so forth. So we're looking forward to just getting down here and getting my hands on all that, and it'll take care of itself. You know, it'll take care of itself. The players and all that. I'm really excited about an opportunity to working with them. I believe there's some talent here, and you know, from what I've heard from the different people I've talked to, you know, I played Old Dominion. That's the first thing I did when I talked with Coach Finwood, is talk about Louisiana Tech and ask about their players and how he thought about things, and he had nothing but good things to say. So, you know, I'm really excited about an opportunity to meet with them.
You mentioned that. What's it going to be like joining Conference USA and playing baseball in Conference USA.
No doubt. I mean, that's, to me, one of the great reasons why I came here. It's one of the top, I think it was 8th or 9th in RPI this year in the conference across the country. So Conference USA can usually get 3 to 4 teams in a regional, and that's, to me, a great opportunity. I know Rice has won it. Coach Graham's an awesome coach. He's won it for a number of years. When I went to Campbell, Coastal Carolina had won it 7 or 8 years in a row, and we knocked them off last year. So I'm coming to dethrone Rice and the rest of them, whoever is in front of our way. We got to get serious, and we got to take care of business. And I know they got a great program, with no disrespect to them, but we're coming here to knock them off.
How have you been able to rebuild programs in the past, and why do you think you'll be able to rebuild that here?
To me, I was the same coach I was 4 or 5 years ago when I won 30 games. We got to get good players. We got to win the recruiting wars in the state of Louisiana. We got to get players to believe in our vision of coming here and getting a great education first, and then having a chance to play for a championship, and then have a chance to play professionally. That's what I want. That's what I tell all our players. If you don't have those 3 goals, then this is not the place for you. I'm not the coach you want to be. I want you to come out and do that. So we've recruited. We're going to try to recruit locally. We're going to try to get the best players we can locally, but we can't take the 4th and 5th tier guy just because he's 10 miles down the road. We just can't do that. You can't win Conference USA, and you can't beat Rice and everybody else by doing that. You got to go out and find players. You look at my roster at Campbell. When I got there were 19 Division I schools in the state of North Carolina, and Campbell was definitely not the first 2 or 3 choices. So we had to get out and expand our horizon with that, and that's what we're going to do here. We're going to try to find the best players here, but we're going to also try to find the best players across the country. We've got to find 35 guys that will believe and buy in that we can get to Omaha from Louisiana Tech.
Have you had any experience recruiting from Louisiana? How much different will that be from recruiting North Carolina?
Oh, yeah. When I was at Delta State, we made lots of trips on I-20. I knew it a lot. So, I know a lot of people here. Just last night, a lot of guys that I know that are still here. I know a lot of, coaches and things that have had relationships in my past. You do 20 years of coaching. We've moved all over, so we know a lot of guys, and a lot of guys have reached out to us. And I think that's the biggest thing I'm going to try to do is just try to get them to know me, and also just let them know that we're going to take care of their players if they come to Louisiana Tech and help them develop.
What was it about the facilities when you first saw them that really stood out to you?
Well, I just thought it had such a huge presence right there off. We were running right through main campus, and I just walked. As soon as we drove in, I was like, "Wow, this is awesome! This is a great facility." And then, just to see the apartments and all those things there, try to create that atmosphere. I want people to not want to come to play us here. And I felt like the facility and getting the community and the students and everybody involved, that's a great place to be. The right field the right field folks and all that stuff, that's going to be awesome. And that's what we created at Campbell. When people come to Bowie's Creek, they didn't leave there happy. Our record at home was outstanding. We didn't lose very many games there, and I think we got to do the same thing here, Louisiana Tech. We have to make sure when they get off the bus that they know it's going to be on for the next 9 innings. It's going to be on. They got to bring their A game, and they better be ready to compete at a high level.
Coach, you were able to woo some of the big dogs in the state of North Carolina to come play at your place. What was the secret there, and do you want to do that here?
No doubt. I just think people want to know our vision. They want to know us. There's a lot of great opportunities out there. I think you have to build that relationship with them. I think you got to let the parents understand that when they come in as 18-year-old men, that when they leave as 21 and 22-year-old men, they're going to be better than, what they were when they came. I mean, that's, to me, a huge sentiment of our program. That's what I want people to believe in. And that's what I'm going to tell them when we recruit them. This place won't be for everybody. If you're not if you don't want to be committed to doing the right things, if you're not going to be committed to going to class every day, if you're not going to be committed to being a good citizen, you're not going to be committed to trying to win a championship, don't come to Louisiana Tech. Go somewhere else so we can beat you.